Alright. Making sure everything's working here. Least favorite part. Hearing myself twice. Hearing myself twice. There we go. That's weird. Hearing myself twice. There we go. That's weird. Hearing myself twice. There we go. Oh my god, why is it just like why is it looping my audio there? What the heck is going on? My audio there. What the heck is going on? My audio there. What the heck is going on? Am I like hearing this in multiple places? No, that's all just from the stream. Oh, never mind. I know why, because it captures my... Figured it out. Out of control. Alright, what's up, everyone? Starting a little bit early, because I ended up mixing some colors over here on the palette, and, well, I didn't want to just waste them and, like, clean off my brush. So I decided just to fire it up. Go for it here, why not? Got nothing better to do. No reason to just sit here and not be painting. We will of course be working on making an effort to stay in frame non-stop here. Try not to get my big forehead in the way all the time. Biggest thing is my two main light sources are kind of in front of me. They are in front of me, so it's a little bit more tricky to have it so I can see the model and see what I'm doing, while also showing you guys what I'm doing here. Makes it a wee bit tricky. Been absolutely loving these golden so flat acrylics. I'm up to 4 colors now. I'm sure I'll end up getting more in the future, but right now this will cover the majority of what I want to do. Hopefully. As every miniature painter ever, I have all the colors I need. Yeah, right. Until you buy 30 more. Yeah. So, we are just plugging away, painting some happy little trees today. I know last stream everyone was like, oh, you really missed an opportunity to call these the Hob Ross series. Yeah, you're actually not wrong. I definitely feel like it's probably a missed opportunity, but it is what it is. We're painting up some trees. Hope everyone has had a great week. Looking forward to the weekend. I still have work tomorrow. My weekend starts Sunday. I got Sunday, Monday off, so I hope you guys had a great work week and ready to wind down and relax. And enjoy some gaming or painting or whatever it is you guys do. Put on my glove here, try and get some of that paint back down, or get the brush. We're hitting this entire tree. I actually have 2 of these to work on. You can kind of see the one I did move it. 2 of these to work on. Been trying oil washes. I wish I would have taken pictures. I kind of forgot. I'll have to get some pictures when I stop by Black Swamp tomorrow of the Stormcast ruins that we worked on, that we built on stream. These trees are so tricky to like look around and try and paint. Thought about trying to do them in like sub-assembly, but then I realized how much more difficult that was actually going to be. I don't think it really would have helped much. I just opted to glue it all together and call it a day. and just work on painting it after it's put together, which I think will overall be the better option with these bad boys. This is really cool though. I like these trees. These are some nice trees. Lots of fun little details, plenty of rocks, some skeletons on the side here as well that, I mean, you'll see once we actually start getting some colors down, getting them to pop a little bit. These little mushrooms on the sides of the trees. Plenty of fun little things to play with, despite the fact that you're just literally painting miniatures. But neat little terrain piece. It actually has its own special terrain rules. I don't know if they'll be using that or if they're just gonna use them as generic store terrain. Either way, they're pretty fun to build, pretty simple to build, truthfully. Priming them wasn't too difficult. Trying to get everything covered in primer was a bit more difficult. I just used my brown Stynylrez primer. Just realized we got a wrong chat showing over here. There we go. Much better. Alright. There's a slight amount of water. Our gray here. Getting some really solid coverage as it is, but make sure it flows nicely. That's gonna work on stippling this gray. I'm just at this point just kind of mixing this gold and acrylics together. Try and get the colors I want. Alright, let's see where else we got rocks on this side. That's part of the tree. Alright. Got a few more rocks to handle on this side. The portion of this tree is actually done. I'm hoping these don't take too terribly long. I just want to knock these out and get them over with, you know? Excited to finally start painting some miniatures again soon. Trying some new techniques. Like I said, I've been doing oil washes on all this. I really want to get into trying to like actually truthfully paint in oil like an entire miniature, not just the wash phase. Although oil washes, man, that's like next level. You're looking for both speed and quality. Worst part about working with oils is gonna be kind of tough on, probably can't do it on stream since your drying time is like, your curing time I guess is a better word for it. Like 12 hours minimum without using any kind of I don't know, thinner to speed up. I've seen some thinners, but then it's like still 6 to 8. I'm like, that's kind of a lot. Just chill here, let me lay down one base coat on stream and then we'll just talk for 6 hours while this dries. So we'll figure that out. I'm very excited. I have a lot of Sisters of Battle stuff for 40k. Went and picked up some more from Black Swamp Games and Bowling Green today. That's where all this terrain is being used at. They actually have another Warhammer day tomorrow. So he was asking me what else was going to be done, and I was like, well, painting trees tonight. So hopefully I can get them good to go, and these bad boys delivered tomorrow if possible. I think it's going to hold me back the most is going to be the oil wash, but luckily we thinned that a lot with mineral spirits. Why is my bitrate spiking so much? Reset my stuff. Typical Spectrum internet just taking a dump. I think it's just the internet taking a dump. Love to see that. Nice. Cool. Love seeing those rocks on there. It's such a boring thing to paint, but hey, gives us some contrast right off the bat. Alright, now we got this other tree over here. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get the third. There's only 3 trees in this box set, but I ran out of time today when I was priming. So we just have these 2 to work with. But 2 trees is better than no trees. I hate how like I get so messy on my wet palette when I'm working colors. I play around with them too much and they just get these giant globs. I have a ton of green on there because I had to open the green. So there's quite a bit on the lid, and I just kind of scraped all the stuff off that was on the lid, and I was like, that's too much green. But for the most part, I just wanted to kind of get the colors laid down that we were going to be running with today. These so flat acrylics these are nice. I don't know that I've ever until recently intentionally used non-miniature paints on miniatures. Gosh, this is so tricky to see though. Like, I know some of the way it's like it looks like I'm just painting blind, but it's totally difficult having all these tree branches in the way. Good there though. I'm honestly just super excited to be painting on stream in general. Feels nice to get back into the hobby, even if it's not gaming, if it's just painting. At least I'm back into the miniatures hobby. Brown's got to be one of my favorite colors to prime into, truthfully. I feel like just a lot of other colors stick really, really well. Brown. Now we got no rocks on the back. Tiny part on the front, nothing there. There. Just gonna say those are rocks. Get a little bit of pop of color right there. Looks like these guys got some moss on there. That'll be fun to play with here. Get some big old rocks on this side as well. Try not to put my hand over everything I just did. That would not be fun. Alright. Let's try and grab. Alright, everything, like I said, everything's gonna get a wash. It's all gonna get kind of tinted at some point here. Tip back on our brush. There we go. We're gonna actually paint in frame for you guys. It's gonna be so hard to get used to, but once we actually get used to it, it won't be near as bad. guess my favorite thing about listening to Trapped Under Plastic is I'm listening from the beginning, so I get to hear all their stories kind of leading up to where they're at now, but about them learning how to stay in frame when they're recording and stuff, and just planting your elbows. I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. Let me just hunch over here and commit to this. The coverage on these paints is honestly absurd. Yeah, rocks. They're getting really low on paint again already. Jeez. Trying to do as minimal paint mixing here as possible. But we'll see here. Hopefully. Yeah, we gotta mix up some more. Alright. But I really only have this black over here for this gray. So with the white. That's the other issue with thinning it down so much when I'm mixing it up. It just seems like it doesn't go as far. Just a little bit too light still. Thought it was about right, I was wrong. Working with wet paint, fairly thin layers. It'll all be fine. Got some actual branches over on this this rock. Try and do our best to not cover those up with gray in an effort to not have to go touch it up later. At least that's the plan anyways. Whether we can execute on said plan is a entirely different story. Nice. Stippling it in some of these crevices here. Love using kind of a stipple technique. Alright. Getting there on these stones. This is really the last one. This big guy here. There's a couple of tiny ones around him we'll hit at the same time, but we are almost done with this stage. Our size 6 Da Vinci from the local art store came recommended to me by the employees. I'm like, I need decent synthetics. So I'm painting terrain. I don't want to use my good brushes. This is what they said a lot of miniature painters that come in prefer. It was nice they also actually recommended the So Flat line, which I had already ordered before I'd even really thought about going there, and I wish, truthfully, I wish I would have went there sooner. They have so much nice, cool stuff to work with. Alright. Cool. It's looking good to me. That's all skeletons. If we do have a little bit of a, we're gonna call this a rocket here. A little pop of color on the back. Claim that several of these are rocks. Looks like that's an extension of the tree, but that just looks better. There's a little bit of color everywhere. Alright, cool. Swap these out, putting these on paper towels so I don't get it all over my mouse pad. Alright. That's the gray. That's progress. Take a little drink break here. So apparently moved my palette at some point here. Oops, just went the wrong way. There we go. Alright. So what this is about. Cool. Let's see. What do we want to do next? I'm kind of saving the green for last because it's going to take forever and I'm kind of not excited about it, truthfully. Oopsies. Gotta paint a little too far up in this brush. Which I seem to always do when I'm mixing that quantity of paint. There we go. Much better. Alright. Now, I got something that's going to be even harder for me to show to you, which is painting these little tiny mushrooms. Actually, I guess if I do it upside down, which you can kind of see just by texture alone. It's going to be tough. We'll figure it out, though. None of them are super tiny, so we're going to go ahead and just stick with our size 6 brush here. We got some real nice, gosh, what is this? It's red, I know that. Naphthol, I don't know. Red light, again from our So Flat line that we have been loving ever so, oh so much. That was literally just their black and white. There, yeah, black and titanium white to make the gray for those stones. So super simple. A little bit of color mixing, but nothing, nothing crazy overall. I originally wanted to paint these like this orangish kind of color, but I was like, I feel like red's gonna look just that much better for these little mushrooms. And we'll see if that's that stays true for us here. Turn the model around. Oh man, I gotta like look through the tree to paint these, so I can actually show you guys that I'm painting these. Nice. So I've got like a nice little little family of. It's so weird seeing my hand twice from that GoPro lag there. I googled it and could not figure out how to fix that like lag in the camera. Yo Burks, what is up, my guy? How are you doing today, sir? How's Valorant going? Going good for me. Had a pretty busy day. Honestly kind of exhausted, but gotta get this painting done. Can't blow it off forever. Painting some little mushrooms on my big happy trees here. Local store commission. Still grinding away on it. Getting really tired of painting large terrain pieces. Definitely ready to start painting my own stuff again. Like the worst part about all this is I'm getting paid in, well, it's not a bad thing. It's just ironic, I guess. So for painting all this terrain and building it, all that fun stuff, I'm getting paid in miniatures. But it's like I can't actually build and paint my own miniatures till I finish all of this stuff. So it's like, I'm getting paid, it just doesn't feel like I'm getting paid until I actually get to build and play with. I mean, I got a really good deal on everything, truthfully, so I can't really complain, but it's just, I just think it's funny. Alright, so that's our basic rocks, and mushrooms done on this bad boy. I don't think there's any more. Oh gosh, there's like so many more, I lied. Oh, those are going to be so hard to paint. Well, they're easy for me to paint, it's hard for me to show. Oh gosh, I have not painted anything for myself. It's like 11 years or something. Whatever the number I said in that tweet. Yeah, I was like, I'm so excited to be done with this crap. And the worst part is like, I mean, technically I still have them, but like, the stuff I painted for myself, yeah, there's no way I can show you guys that I'm doing this. That sucks. The stuff I painted for myself was for a game called Blood Bowl, which is like a fantasy football, and by fantasy I mean like orcs and elves and goblins, trolls, ogres, stuff like that. Football game. And then when we kind of stopped playing it, Dad was the only one in our group that was playing it, so I sold all my teams to him. So like they're still in the household, but I don't own any of the stuff that I painted. So it's like I got nothing to show for it. Alright, so we painted those stupid tiny trees. You can see them because they're bright red. The tiny little mushrooms up under the canopy of this crap. Yeah, so it's like yeah, I've painted stuff for myself, I promise. I actually have, oh, I do have it over here. Hold on. Again, this is actually the most recent miniature I've painted. But again, it's not for me. This was something I painted years and years and years ago for Dad for his birthday, because I'm a terrible son and I forgot to get him a birthday gift. And so I painted him this dwarf with a custom made base that I did, and it's based off of his D&D character, or DDO character. So that's like the last like miniature that I've truly painted. Besides stuff for like stores, but that was like even remotely something that would stick around and be in the house. But yeah, that's really all I have to show for anything. And he uses it as like his player counter. for like board games and stuff. So we got it in this nice little dice box to keep it safe. Just set that over there. Nope, that's gonna fall in the paint. That would be very bad. Just set that over there. So yeah, that's the last thing I've like actually painted that stayed in the house. Switch over to our other tree. This one over here. Oh, this one has so many more mushrooms. Holy crap. Alright, cool. Now we're doing things. But yeah, enough about me. How you doing, Bricks? What have you been up to? I know you've been grinding Valorant. I saw your tweet about that. Either late last night or early this morning. Climbing through those rankings. Come on, camera, focus, you prick. Thank you. I wonder if we can... Oh, I need to paint right here. Alright. So we're good. Open to Diamond 1. Or Act. Oh, okay. That's right, because don't they reset it based on your current rank? Like, it only drops you down a little bit. That way the grind isn't as bad for the next act. Isn't that how Valorant does it, or am I crazy? I could be way off on that, too. A lot of audio and painting. It's so I don't hear like the air conditioner running behind me and everything, then I can listen to the same music you guys are listening to. But yeah, you gotta make sure you hear those painting footsteps. You never know. Like it snuck up on the miniature here. God, there's so much more. Anything up top on this tree? There's nothing up top on this tree. Alright, here we go. I'm just waiting to like mishandle this and just like snap off one of these branches. You get replaced and produce right. Oh, okay. So she'll throw your. Gotcha. They have a pretty good catch-up system for all the Smurf accounts, though, from what I remember. About getting you back into your correct rank. That's kind of hard to truly Smurf. There's still another tiny cluster over here. Oh, this is so... Alright, whatever. I'm like painting in the dark here because I have no... I need to find a way to get a light like behind me. Alright, that's, I think, is that really all the mushrooms already on this one? Keep running around hitting these bad boys with a second coat. Looks like it. So basically, you're gonna get set back into your correct rank, is what I'm seeing. Alt Smurf. Oh, you did? Okay. I don't remember if I ever made one. I thought it, like, automatically... like placed you basically back in there after you did your placement games. Like it just knows, even if you like try and tank your rank, you're just like, it's like nah, that's not where you belong. can just like tell. Is what it felt like at least. We kept always getting the high. I mean, I feel like Hunt does that. I know Hunt does that. It's like you try and tank yourself for a whole week so you can go have fun, and then it takes one game to ruin it all. Tosses you right back up in that peak MMR. Yeah, right. That's probably like the one game they're actually able to smurf on, and you're just the unlucky, you're just on the receiving end of that. And then it tosses them back up to their their real rank after your game. That would be my luck, that's for sure. I was like, man, painting these trees is gonna be fun. There's so many cool little bits, but it's like impossible for me to see it and show it. And not just like paint everywhere on the model. It's so tricky. Hey, focus on the right thing, camera. I definitely gotta work on my lighting situation, just as far as me seeing it goes. Cool. Yay, mushrooms. Alright, that's a wrap on the obnoxiously bright mushrooms. Nice little red tint to our paint water here. Nice. Alright, I guess we can work on some kind of skeleton-y colors here. We're gonna try and make kind of a light ivory. So we're gonna add a little bit of yellow to our palette over here. And then with said yellow, we're mixing a bit of white. That's probably more than enough. I really don't need to grab more. I mean, there's so much paint in these compared to like actual miniature paints. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright. Oh. Yeah, that's a very bright yellow. Really just want to tint our white here. Right now, just looks like yeah, I probably could have just went with that first very tiny tiny dot of yellow, and now we're slowly starting to get down to the right piece. I think I put, so I thought I had way too much white out here. I thought I was incorrect. Let's not grab black yet. I don't even know if I'll need black, truthfully. Very yellow tones here. too terrible. Red is not the play. Great for a flesh tone right there. Too bad these are skeletons and therefore they have no flesh tones. I really want to get this to like a tan. Just making yellow tinted gray. Bring some more of this in. Yeah, actually this is the direction I wanted to go. Alright, let's work on some skeletons. Gosh, this one is just so difficult to work on here. Doesn't even really need to dry, but this one's so much easier to show what I'm trying to do because the base of it sticks out so much further. There we go. Get these nice yellowed skeleton bones going here. That's what we're looking for. They help showcase all the details on this model. This piece of terrain. It's got a lot of cool little things like this, and these will really pop when we hit it with the oil wash as well. Nice. Oh, that's the only skeleton on that side. One skeleton, got a skull there, got a bones. Alright. Try and do this in the most strategic way possible. Alright, we can kind of a little sloppy as far as stippling it into the crevices. The crevasses, just because that wash is really gonna help it pop in the end. Like my most like it's my most favoriteest. It's my favorite step for big terrain pieces like this, because they did on these base coats, and on camera it actually looks pretty cool because you see all that separation, but in person it's not as cool. Because it's just standard base coats the whole time. And just having the skeletons with that base coat really just adds so much more. This piece as a whole, it's not just, I mean, I don't know, the mushrooms really help too, but just slowly bringing this whole piece of terrain together. Nice. Alright, I think it's all the skelly bones on this piece. Now we go to the incredibly difficult one to show. So excited for this. It's like the worst part is this one actually has some really cool bone details on it, or like lots of little bones. It's just gonna be tricky. Dang leaves getting in the way. That's actually supposed to be a rock. Alright, cool. I thought that was a skull earlier. Come back and that was some of that gray we got sitting over on the pallet. Just so glad I didn't have to paint all this brown. Just had to airbrush it, and oh, it's so nice having an airbrush. Really cuts down on the amount of time it takes to do everything. I mean, to be real honest, I wouldn't even have this commission if I didn't have an airbrush. So it would just be a waste of money for Dustin. Alright, let's see. That's definitely a skull. That's a skull. Alright. Oh, let's take some more of this light mixture. Add just a very so tiny touch of black to it. Try and get it the same color as all this. Tiny touch of red. And because we're not going to varnish this before we hit it with that oil wash, the oil paint will actually help to stain all of the acrylics underneath. Give it that nice, grungy, dirty kind of look and feel to it all. Feeling at some point I'm definitely gonna have to turn that autofocus off and then just try and always paint the same distance from the camera. Very nice. Alright, well that sums up the skull portion. Skull and bones portion. So we've got a couple of rocks to touch up. I picked up this brush rack. It's got a nice little metal grate in the bottom there. And very carefully clean your brush on. Super, super handy. Alright, let's get, yeah, that is 100% not a skull. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. Right in our brush here. These bones are all big chilling around these rocks. First glance, I 100% thought that was a skull. Just based on how they have it textured. Alright. I had to paint that off camera so I could actually see what I was doing. Not that I'm very good at painting on camera at all tonight, Jesus. Alright. We'll get it figured out. It's definitely gonna take some time, but we'll get it figured out. I need to really just start recording every time I'm painting and try and get used to sitting like that and not leaning back when I paint. Alright, cool. That's unfortunate. That means we are on to my least favorite part. Not excited for this, which is all of the green. We're not even going to use a real, so you can't even hardly see them, but I have 4 my nice ardent, like, acrylic brushes here, my good terrain brushes. Instead, we're going to be using this Army Painter vehicle brush. Back of my hand's probably better. Huge brush. This, I mean, it's a big flat. Typically, when I paint miniatures, I use a 1, which looks like that, compared to the vehicle brush. So it's a whole lot different than painting minis. But there's a reason it's a vehicle brush. It's meant for those giant panels on Space Marine Rhinos. So, it's time to paint some green. And I think I'm just going to work my way up. I don't know if that's going to be the right pattern, if I'm going to hate this. I don't know. And we are just going to do our best to kind of stipple this on there, make sure we're not eating up any of those little details. It's all going to get a really, really dark brown kind of wash to it to really lock in. Oh, we're probably going to use actually have more oil paints now. I'm not just limited to my brown and black. So we might actually use a little bit of water running into this. That's probably way too much. Considering the size of the brush. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. I don't know, I don't want to wash out all the greens. I want to give it a ton of contrast. Cool. I don't know. We shall see. This is a very, very nice. This is called permanent green, I believe. Yeah, permanent green. Another one of our golden acryl. So flat lines. Yeah, this is cool. This is definitely making it pop already. It's finally not all brown. First part is we gotta paint all the undersides too. This is going to be a nice long process. Tree isn't purple enough? What? Why would it be purple? What's up, Drowsy? How you doing? Sorry, I got super focused into like stippling all this in here and get all these leaves of great detail, so it can really shine through when we hit that nice crispy oil wash on there. Running into the fact that this brush is massive, and when I assembled this I didn't leave a whole lot of room in between the layers. Oil wash. Yeah, it's super fun. I'm so excited. I'll probably even use this brush. Well, I can't, never mind. Gotta use one of my Princeton synthetics. Can't use an army painter for oil paints, but that's more like I don't want to ruin this brush with oil paints. Yeah, I'm not excited. Definitely gonna have to do some finer brush work on the bottom. How are you doing tonight, Drowsy? How was your... That's well, you had a... I know your week's different. It's not like this is the end of your work week. Same as me. But, how you doing? How's your week? What are you up to tonight? Sitting in the office right now, waiting for these calls to die down. Oh, jeez. That's right. What's your new... What hours do you work? I know you'll be in and out when you get calls. 7:30. That's right. That's right. I knew it was like a hard shift. 4 days a week. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot, especially because all you do is deal with stupid people. There's probably not enough energy drinks in the world to keep me awake for something like that. That's down around 11. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. There wouldn't be as many calls this late at night. Man, I thought I put like way too much green down. I don't even have enough green on the palette to finish this tree off. I'm definitely gonna have to grab some more. I was like putting green down. I'm like, there's a lot of green, which it was just all of it from the cap, so I didn't really care. But yeah, I need more green. Some more of this permanent green rolling. Oh yeah. I just feel like I'd be so bored, is my thing. Like, I don't have a problem staying up till like 4 AM if I'm doing something I enjoy, but... or even 6 AM for that matter. Tell me you got the paint way too high up on the brush without actually telling me. Holy crap. Alright, we'll make it work. Half of my wet palette is just going to be green. Really need to find a way to like secure it. Gotcha. Alright. And yes, we're using paint straight out of the pot for this crap because all we're doing is stippling it in. No real need to thin it down. Even when we start to cover up details like that, we got plenty of working time. That oil wash will save it all. Nice, mostly black oil wash on these. Can get a little hint of green in with it, but mostly a black. Let's mark my 5Es. I accidentally painted myself. Uh-oh, you painted yourself into a corner. That's concerning. That sounds like some oopsies were made on your part. That's always fun. Always a scary thing as a DM when you paint yourself into a corner. Oh no. That's mildly problematic. That's funny. That's something I would do too. That's so relatable. That's why I like write down and highlight all the names of the, like, anyone that I actually name. I make sure it's very much bright on my notepad, because I would totally do that. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so you painted yourself into a corner, but you've already rocked your way out of that corner, it sounds like. So that's good. Did you guys meet this coming Wednesday, right? Are you guys every other week as well? Or is it just kind of whenever people are available is when you guys meet? And I really wish I would have been able to do these with the airbrush how I wanted to originally. Unfortunately, it would have gotten so much overspread, be painting all the brown. And I figured with this big brush, I would much rather be painting the green. Whenever possible, typically bi-weekly. Gotcha. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's cool. One of these days I'm gonna come and crash your party. I'm just gonna show up and hang out. Watch you terrorize these poor people. I thought it would have been so funny if Dad would have killed Alice. Well, thrown her into death saves. I saw another TikTok by the same guy that did the special crits I was telling you about. And so what he does to keep his players on edge when doing death, like saving rolls or whatever you want to call them, death saves, because normally, you know, like the player does them. Well, what he does, 1 hit points. Yeah, I know. What he does is he, the DM, rolls their death saves himself behind the screen. So it puts everyone into this urgent, like, stressing matter to go try and heal or help in any way, because they have no idea how close that person is to being permanently dead. And I'm like, if this wasn't such like a noob kind of group, I'm like, I would do that in a heartbeat. Alright, this thing is looking really cool. I like this a lot. I know it looks dumb for you guys probably because you're like, oh wow, you painted a tree. But it's like, we got these beautiful red mushrooms growing, we got the rocks, we got our skelly bones. I'm moving the wrong thumb. Like, these are actually turning out kind of cool. Nice little pops of color everywhere. I'm very happy with how these are turning out. Alright, set this bad boy down here to dry. Yeah, I really like that idea for the death saves. I'm like, might be stealing that idea. I just love how she's like, I'm not rolling a new character. The stonework? Yeah. So what I decided to do, because normally, I mean, you know me, I own a lot of miniature paints, and I can just kind of pick the colors I need, right? So I don't ever have to mix, I don't have to do anything like that. I just grab my dark stone from Army Painter, and I paint stone. That's what I usually do. Tonight, I decided to do it a bit differently, and I'm only using... I told myself I bought these for terrain, I need to use them on terrain, and I'll use them on regular minis too, but I only am using these paints right here, these golden so flats. So in order to do that, I literally just took the standard, I just throw it all over the place. They're black, which is fully opaque. Oh well, it doesn't matter, you know it's black. With the titanium white, and I made my own stone color where I really like the stone gray. And that's what I did for the skeletons. That's just a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red, a little bit of black, a little bit of white to make that kind of ivory-like color. I'm just playing around with finally being able to mix colors, and these paints are just so dang cheap compared. I mean, the amount of like green I would have to use from a, you know, Army Painter paint to get all this done without an airbrush is like dumb. So I was like, you know what? Let's use these bad boys. I bought them for terrain and because I want to use them on minis, but I wanted good quality paints for big projects like this. And I'll be honest, I like them a lot. I already bought 2 more. I got a burnt umber and a here it is. My deep violet. Dioxazine violet, whatever. I don't know. I really like the way the color looked, and it's completely opaque. Purple is one of my favorite colors to work with for my armies and just minis that I paint in general. So I'm very much looking forward to using that. I have a ton of Sisters of Battle stuff for 40k to paint soon, or well, to build first, but to build and paint, that'll be a pretty chill stream because we're just going to build them first. I gotta decide if I'm gonna magnetize weapons so I have that all those options, or if I'm just gonna build my army list before I build any miniatures so I know exactly what guns to put on them, since what you see is what you get in 40k. There's no, at least in official tournaments, there's no subbing out. So if that model's got a bolter on it but you want it to be a blaster, oh, I'll be playing 40k. I've played Kill Team for quite a while, or I did, until the pandemic hit. I was in a couple of Kill Team leagues that were a lot of fun. And I played a lot of Kill Team, even just casually outside of the league. So I'm looking forward to get into some real 40k. And because they have plastic sisters, and I'm getting paid in store credit, I'm literally just building like a 2,000 point sisters list for free by doing all this stuff. So it's basically getting into a very expensive hobby for $0. It's my time, is all I'm paying. And I mean, I had to buy some new paints, but that's minimal. So yeah, I will be... I actually went and picked up, I picked up some more today. Get some of my cooler models that I'm excited. I like the flagship models of the army that I'll be able to work on soon. But I gotta get all this crap finished so I can actually build my own stuff and have fun with my own stuff. Alright, we need a little bit more green. We don't want to go crazy, because this is our last tree, and that other one is so freaking vibrant. We don't need another coat. Probably don't even need to really shake this up, but it's kind of a habit to always shake my paints. Oh no, a little bubble. Probably twice as much paint as I need, but I'd rather have it be that way. I don't know why I'm holding this model so much. Like, we're pretty well framed in right there. There's no detail work right now. This is all just insanely boring crap. Yeah, so, no, I have never played actual 40k, but Kill Team is like the small squad-based version of 40k. And, yeah, I played that a lot, so... They gave me kind of the taste of like, hey, do I want to play this? And all the other games I pick that are like competitors to 40k always seem to die. So I spend a lot of money and I build armies and I have fun for like 2 years. And then the company stops supporting it. And then it doesn't matter anymore. And I end up having to sell my models. So it's like, I might as well commit and just play 40k, since it's kind of like the magic of the tabletop world. I might as well just commit and play what's big. So they've tried to kill it before and it just didn't work. The name will just keep it afloat for what feels like an eternity. And fantasy, yeah, I at some point with the deal I've worked out with you know, with Dustin, at some point I'll probably order some Warhammer fantasy stuff just because I can pretty reliably and affordably. And then I'm going to get into Warhammer Fantasy as well. I've also heard that, well, I mean, it's called Age of Sigmar now since they killed Fantasy. I've also heard it's actually the better system, which is probably a biased review from the people I watch, because that's like all they play. I mean, they have 40k armies, but they play fantasy. And I've always been into fantasy more than I have sci-fi, but I don't know. Simplified it a bit. Well, that's the thing, they simplified it for both, but they did it first for Age of Sigmar, because they killed fantasy as a whole, and then released Age of Sigmar. Like, they just slaughtered fantasy, and they got rid of most of the armies, so a lot of people were pretty pissed off, because you couldn't even play your original fantasy armies, and I think you can now. I think they've finally remedied that problem, but everyone thought that Warhammer Fantasy was completely done until they released Age of Sigmar, and they're like, oh, okay, calculated. Typical GW. Damn, I still didn't grab enough green. I don't know, we're just gonna keep painting with what's on the brush and see how far we can get here. They're so close. Oh, I'm so excited to have to do the undersides of these. What I'll end up playing though is the Gits. I think they're like Gloomspite Gits. It's the, oh gosh, they're goblins, basically. But they have a lot of cool models. I don't have a screen share scene set up where I would show you. I mean, I guess I can pull it up on my phone. Easy way to do it. Well, you're probably sitting at a computer, but if you're at work, that's, I'm sure Games Workshop is a blocked website, if that's a thing where you work. Yeah, screw this. Hold on. Let's just hope we don't knock this over. I'm just gonna paint out a little bit of the pot right now. Trying to finish this crap up. What I'll probably buy there, it's either a Start Collecting or Combat Patrol box, whatever the more expensive one is. I'll grab one of those, get a nice head start on an army. My goal is to get like 1,000 points of each, as far as like my Sisters of Battle, which I should already have 1,000 points of, and then a Warhammer Fantasy, so I can play like half-size games, because I'm not a huge, I don't want to spend, at least right now I don't, you know, 2 hours playing one match. At some point I definitely will, as long as I enjoy them. Everything but Discord. Oh, gotcha. That's interesting. Internet's having a mini stroke. I love Spectrum so much, said no one ever. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to get like half-size armies. I mean, I know for a fact I have 500 points of Sisters right now. I need to get another basic box, but I need to build a list. I've looked at a few lists based on playstyle that I really like, so I need to finish looking at those and then see what models I'm missing so I can get those ordered. I've just always been really drawn to the aesthetic of the Battle Sisters, even like their standard like color scheme, which is basically black and red, which is kind of boring. I've always liked that, and I couldn't figure out why until this week, like yesterday. No, yeah, see, that's why I 100% get you on the price point thing. That's why I never played it, because Dad and I talked about getting into a war game. We're like, hey, this other game's cheaper by like $15 per box set, which is kind of a big deal when you have to buy a lot of models. And so that's why we ended up playing War Machine instead, which now they're finally releasing a new edition. I haven't sold any of my stuff, but it's not popular around here anymore, so it doesn't really matter. That's why I really liked Kill Team, because you buy like one $60 box, and that's all you need. You're good to play Kill Team, which is compared to regular 40k, is a really cheap price point to get in at. So I really like that. Blood Bowl, yes, they keep re-releasing stuff finally. They redid the rules, but then they only had, it was like less than half of the teams were in these updated rules. So a lot of people are angry because, again, just like what they did with Age of Sigmar, this is what they seem to always do. When they release a new edition, they don't have rules for all the teams. Instead of just waiting and releasing it all at once, they release them over time. So if you have one of the teams and it's not in like the core book or whatever, you're just screwed until they get it together and actually release that part of the rules, which is really dumb, but that's just what they do. Here, tree, sit there. Here, other tree, sit there. So it's like, it's super annoying, but I don't know, it works for them. They're still the giants of the industry, so I mean, who am I to say that they're doing it wrong? People always come crawling back, so is what it is. Alright, hear me out. Here's a thought. I'm painting terrain for a store. What if I just don't paint the bottom? These sleeves. If I just, like these trees sit like this. You can't even tell I didn't paint the underside of those leaves. It saves me time, and it saves him money. And I think that's probably gonna be a nice win both ways. Which means our trees are done, which is pretty nice. I'm full of Warhammer 3. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been playing that. Yeah, I can tell my internet's having a stroke. It just said I went live again. Nice, love to see that. Alright. Which means I basically just need these to dry now. Because these have to be fully freaking dry before I can oil wash them. Yeah. I'm so excited to oil wash these though. They're gonna look so gritty when they're done. Let's just clean our brush off. We got so much freaking paint in here. Nice. She's gonna pop big time. Yeah. I'm trying to like clean this brush without actually like spraying water all over my entire desk. I got this real nice new brush cleaner or water pot brush holder. I mean, you can see, well, you actually can't see the brushes hanging from it. But it's got this mesh in the bottom that I can literally just rub my brushes on ever so carefully, or in this case, not carefully because it's a vehicle brush and I don't care. And just helps get all that paint out of there. But yeah, literally, I have it sticky tacked down so I didn't knock it over. Here, I just slide the whole thing. It holds my brushes in this little wire thing up top so they can drip dry without getting any paint up into the ferrule, so I don't ruin my brushes. Yeah, I think he's gonna be real happy with these. I don't even think I posted a picture of the other stuff on anywhere. But I think, oh wait, but I think I sent a picture to him. Alright, hold on. We're just gonna say screw it and let that brush stay in there. I think I DM'd a picture to Dustin of my... I did. Huzzah. So I actually have a picture of what the terrain looked like after the oil wash, because I know I posted a picture of it before, but like, that's a good way to do this. Here we go. Just the amount of depth and contrast you can kind of get. It's tough to see. I'll tweet it out though. And that's just from applying, like from the base coats that everyone got to see to applying one oil wash. No dry brush, no nothing. Literally oil wash, wipe it off the raised edges, and I clear coated it. That is all I did. Boom. It's like, I love it. Made life so simple. Yeah, I'm literally just cleaning this brush. There's nothing else for me to do currently besides start to mix up this oil wash. Yeah, this little brush holder paint water reservoir thing was $10 at Michael's in Perrysburg. I was like, for $10, I can justify that just because it'll hold everything on stream and makes my life easy. I got so much paint on this brush in all the wrong places. Which was literally just me trying to mix that amount of green. Because it takes so much freaking green. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's actually where I got the brushes. I got some nice Princeton brushes there they had for a real good price to use with my oil paints for these oil washes. I got like a size 4 and a size 8. Ah, perfect. Because what does she paint? What a medium does she paint in? I know we were talking about acrylics the other day, but is that what she actually paints in? Do you know? Or does she use like oils or pastels or any other thing besides acrylics? Because I want to start painting like mini canvases. She prefers oil, so that's what I thought when we talked about it briefly. I want to paint, but like the tiny little canvases that are like, you know, 3" by 3" or whatever. Because I'm so used to painting miniatures, like I don't even want to learn how to paint on a bigger scale, which is probably just ignorance on my part, but I would love to do that. Alright, we're just gonna call it good enough. This is a vehicle brush. I don't really care a whole lot about this brush, and I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time doing that. That's done. Yay. Alright, cool. So now we're at the point where we need to mix up this wash. Don't ask me to touch a canvas. Yeah, I don't think I've ever painted on canvas. I bought some canvases to try airbrushing on, but airbrushing on canvas, I mean, I knew it was going to be different than a miniature. It is so much different than a miniature. Yeah, not even comparable in the slightest. Whatever. Yeah, I think I can literally just spin around and grab what I need. That's it. Be a nice portable terrain. True. True. That would be kind of cool. It's super easy to do that. No, mineral spirits. I was like, I knew there was something else I needed to grab. But... Alright, there we go. Now we got everything we need. The first time I did this was absolutely terrifying because it's an entirely new medium. And I don't even think I doubt any of this is ready, which sucks because I don't have anything else really prepped. I mean, the bottom parts will be, but... just slap terrain pieces on top. Yeah, see, I just bought all that really nice stuff that you commented on my Discord. So once I actually test out the layouts here at home, I'll start bringing that so I know how to lay everything out. Here, we got a decent amount of this brown wash mixed up, luckily. I don't know. I don't want to risk ruining everything we just did. Because this is, I mean, I've only been live for an hour and a half, which means at the absolute, like I did the rocks first, so they've been at most drying for like an hour, which is suboptimal. What to do? I mean, that's everything. Like that's the tree. I don't know. What idea did I give you? I'm curious. Yeah, that I can literally see is still wet. I don't think we're gonna be able to oil wash tonight. I don't think it's safe enough to. Wait, I did prep some other stuff. Hold on. Here, let me put all this back. Say screw this. It's not worth risking undoing basically everything I already did. What did I bring over? Is that it? That was it. Alright, cool. Alright, give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I need to go grab something from the other room. Let's see. 2 foot. 2 foot? You mean 2 inch or 2? 2 foot would make sense. That's a decent size for D&D. I mean, that's a pretty well. Depends on how big your engagements are. Yeah, that'd be plenty big enough. That's really not that. What is this? Well, this is basically 1. Or it is 1. This is a 1 by 1. Yeah. So be twice as big as this. That's kind of cool. That could be fun. It'd be super easy too. You can even get away with like spray painting the base for that. Like really cheating. Alright, so this is the only other thing I have prepped for tonight, which wasn't even meant for tonight. This is something I 3D printed. It's a Commissar Mini. Exactly. Yeah, no, that would be really cool. That's not a bad idea. I kind of wish I would have thought of that before buying all the crap I bought. This is a little Commissar Mini I printed because I thought it looked really freaking cool. I got it all zenithalled here. So I'm kind of tempted to start laying. I don't have any idea what I want to do for a paint scheme. It doesn't matter for anything. This was literally just a test of my printer's capability for printing a miniature. And it looks damn good. But I don't know. Like, I mean, you can still see some of the layer lines, but I mean, hell, I can print miniatures at home. That's cool enough for me. Take a sip of Dr. Pepper. I need some, like, reference images of... It's meant to be like a 40K Commissar. It's not really meant to be like a Soviet Commissar, which I know is probably what most people think of. Drop my phone. Lifesaver. Yeah, those are the official GW ones that I actually bought. Commissar. How the hell do you spell that? Okay, I was right. There you go. Commissar, 40K. I just want art. No. Stop it. Oh wait, the wiki, that'll have art. See if they're the color scheme I thought they were. Are you so low quality? I know it is. Alright, oh yeah. Grays, reds, blacks, whites. Super duper generic. Love that. That's the color scheme I thought I wanted. That's an entirely different style. What do you look like, sir? Okay. No, that's boring. Don't like that one. I really like the red cloak idea. I think we're definitely going to do that. What do you have? You literally just have a bolter. Is there one with a bolter that I can... There we go. 40K Commissar art. That'll work. There we go. I have to go back. I really like that first one. Why is there a furry Commissar? What is wrong with people? He's got a plasma pistol and not a bolter, but get down with that style. I like that a lot. No, I do really like these mini holders. Alright, what's similar ones? Ooh, what do you got going on? I like that scheme. You're almost wearing like a winter overcoat. That's kind of throwing me off here. I like this color scheme. It's kind of got this dirty yellow going on. He's at least rocking a bolter. This one's got that yellow going on too. What the heck? Why the yellows with the reds? It's a very... I've never seen Commissar with this like yellow overcoat. It's like they were trying to go for gold, but they... I don't know, maybe they just didn't execute the non-metallic metal. I mean, it looks cool. I'm digging it. I like it. Yeah, oh, this one... Hey, this is like an actual 40K one. It's supposed to be like camo, but they highlighted it up to yellow. Kind of dig that, though. This is the reference image I'm looking at. Unfortunately, I guess, yeah, it's just tricky. He's definitely wearing like a trench coat on this model specifically. I'm pretty sure his arm is in a sling. 90% sure his arm is in a sling. I don't know. I'm not really sold on the on that yet. I'm still loving the idea of that red. Because he doesn't really have many accent colors now. That's a tree! Hey, what's up, Fox? Yeah, it is a tree. I'm like waiting for my trees to dry because I painted them too damn fast, except I used thicker paints, so they're not... I can't even do the next step that I want to do. Like, I mean, I have to do it tonight in order to get this done in time, but like... I'm annoyed that I painted too fast, because I normally take my... Oh, this is a commission, so I don't take my time, but... Oh, hell yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I love that, just that blood. Alright, screw it, we're doing red. Blow on it. Yeah. Move all that wet paint around. Blow the tree. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello there, buddy. How you doing, Fox? How was your day today, man? I mean, if I just say screw it and commit and just start putting red down, there's no going back, right? Is that how this works? Just like, I mean, worst comes to worst, I reprime this model. Day was busy? Gotcha, gotcha. About to hunt with Kenzo. Nice. Yeah, I'll be on in a bit. Shoot, I kind of got red. I already got red on this part. I think we're gonna do red. Gosh, what color do we want to use for the trim for this commissar? Trees are being bit. Yeah. Hunting instead of grinding of a bow could, yeah, definitely wouldn't be you. Alright, that's gonna be like a bandage, which we're gonna do in not red color. I don't know what color I'm painting this trim on his trench coat yet. I need more red though. Don't have enough on the palette. Shake your paints, damn it. Obviously pink. Oh my god, get out of here. It's like something stupid. That's like what happens when you let like chat pick your color schemes. Like, everything ends up in hot pink no matter where it started. Like the frickin' My Little Pony Space Marines like my buddy did. The best part is he's like a good 40k player, so he's like actually playing these My Little Pony themed Space Marines at like big events and winning. People are furious. You get all the lore nuts out there that want everything painted according to the proper chapter and all that shenanigans. Baby blue and pastel pink. That's gross, dude. I love it. That's so dumb. Well, yeah, exactly. Semi-transparent is what I thought. It's like I'm seeing a lot of these darker tones show through, which is good. That's why we zenithal. I kind of thought this red was gonna be baby's first bash. I love it. That's funny. That is funny. I can dig that for sure. I was never really one to stick to, even in 40k, it just bored me. But you can always make up your own chapter, and then people aren't technically allowed to complain because you can make your chapter colors whatever they are, whatever you want them to be. I don't know if you have to make your own chapter, but most people do, just to add to the lore that they're living in. So I'll come up with one for my Sisters of Battle. Really beautiful. I'm gonna do like a hyper dark purple, so basically black tinted purple. But I'm gonna non-metallic metal it. Freaking Santa Claus Commissar over here. My favorite part about painting something like this is I have no emotional attachment to it, and I'm like right now I'm having so much fun because I'm painting for myself. Freaking first time in 11 years where I'm just painting to paint with whatever's on my palette and whatever's in front of me. I don't even care about this model. Like I said, it was a test of my 3D printer. I don't have it for an army. It's not for. I don't play any games that would use this model. Just big vibe, and this is fun. Uber's dwarf team with your halflings? No tree. Is he like double sculling himself the whole game? Just vibe it up, yeah, buddy. How on earth did you manage that? I mean, like, obviously strategy, but is he just that bad? So many double skulls, yeah. That's my favorite thing about playing games against Dad, is like... He's just he's so unlucky with his dice rolls. Whether it's dice rolls or card pulls or... He just has the worst gaming luck ever. And it's like, you'll play against him and it's like against all odds. Like, to win the game, all he has to do is not roll double skulls. If he rolls double skulls, he loses everything. He'll roll double skulls every freaking time. Like, I would bet money on it at this point. Even if your little pot bellies died. Oh, I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure they did. Alright, I think we're gonna assume a layered trench coat. And we're just gonna hit these with that same red. Still gotta stipple in some red up here. Or no, this will just be his overcoat. We're gonna go with a different color down underneath there. So let's finish up this. This is his main clothes, not this little trench coat that he's wearing. What color it would be? I don't want to go with a black, truthfully. Black on the sleeves, black on that right there. That'll be pretty much it. The collar right there will be black. Oh, we gotta hit his hat up with that red. Right. Hold on. Let's take a look at our concept art again. Yep. Red, leather. We're hitting it up with that nice gold. Okay, cool. Just for anyone that cares that's checking this out, this is the concept art I ended up deciding to use for how I'm painting this up. So shout out to this person for doing amazing things. Ironic that he always plays rogues too with his luck. I know. Well, hey, you saw his luck. He's trying to play a freaking cleric and he almost kills the heal bot of the party, okay? Alright? You were there. You witnessed it. He's just trying to do damage and help and he almost kills the heal bot and sends everything into a downward spiral. Which makes it so much more exciting for me. This straight up looks like Santa Claus right now. Yeah, he does play. Yeah, that's actually funny. I've never really put that two and two together right there. That's a very good point you make. Psycho Cipher. Wait. Oh, really? Stats suck now. He'll get stronger over time, though. I mean, that's all part of it, right? Just like a normal player. He'll get nice and beefy for you. Oh, that's cool. We'll figure something out for sure. We'll definitely work on that together. Do a little collab on that. Painting with a 6 on some of these edges is getting a little sketchy. Definitely need to drop it down to like a 3 brush here. I like working with a bigger brush because you can get a lot more done, but... Oh wait, never mind. I'm painting this black. I don't know why I'm... Well, it's fine. Don't really need to be this careful since we're going to hit this part with black. Nice progress. Alright. Good lunch? Alright, sounds good, man. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Have a great lunch. Have a great rest of your workday, man. And I'll catch you later. Smooches for the homies. Later, man. All right. Grab our 3 here. On this brush because we haven't used it at all yet today. Alright, so here's what I want to do. I actually would like to hit some kind of blue undertones. I don't have any blue out on the palette. I'd love to hit up some blue undertones on I want it to mostly be black, but because we're gonna go for this kind of like triad here, it's my handy dandy color wheel that's like right next to me. I want this to be more of like a blue black. Sorry, just realized I hit my palette up so you guys couldn't see what I was doing. My apologies. Literally just mixing black with ultramarine blue. It's gonna be one of those things where, for the most part, you're not gonna be able to tell like, visually that I got that nice soft blue hint to all of this, but your brain's like, hey, something's going on there and it's working. It doesn't really matter. Like I'm different. I can see it on the palette personally. I don't know if you really can't on the camera, but in person you can tell it's a slightly different different shade of black. I almost just grabbed the wrong black, that would have been funny. That's for sure gonna be the gold color. Gold flash. Leather. We're gonna hit that with kind of a distressed bandage kind of color. So very similar to this skeleton tone we used here. Yeah. Skeleton bone kind of color. Alright, out of frame again, I get so caught up in it all. This other sleeve and the brim of the hat. No, that's definitely his hands, so I guess this would be his sleeves. So over here, I thought it was a glove at first looking at this one, but it's because his hand is wrapped in that bandage. So that back part there is actually still gonna be that black fabric, so we'll hit that again. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, glad I noticed that. Alright, let's grab an ivory so. Slight amount of water. A bit more black. Get a little bit more of that color mixed up. know the blue on my glove is throwing off some of the auto balance. I have black gloves. I just gotta find them. Nice. Cool. Almost there. Just gotta get this black. So that's what we're going for. Base coats are starting to come together already. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this on his gun. Link some of that blue, a ton of black. I want this to be a way more true black on the gun here. Stay as true to a black undertone as we possibly can. The best part is, I was just thinking, I swear by it to drill out the barrels of your gun because it looks cool. Then I remembered I resin 3D printed this and they just freaking modeled it with the barrel of the gun already hollowed out, drilled out, whatever. So that's not even something I have to worry about. So it just looks infinitely better. You take the time to do that to your models, which is going to suck because I have like 20 of those on my Sisters of Battle that I actually have to drill out with my little finger drill. Because you don't want to pull out a power tool on those bad boys. They're asking for trouble. Yes, bad girls, not boys, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Badass models. Alright, there's our true black. Just want to take this true black and hit up his Commissar hat. I want that to be Maybe a bit more of a dark real black here. That's just gonna make it pop a little bit more. Nice. Yep, I am happy with that. Trying to figure out on his boots. His boots, yeah, they should be a true black as well. The concept art I'm going off of doesn't actually have the boot color in there because it's just like a waist up kind of thing. But let's go ahead and hit up these boots with this ever so lightly tinted black. Keep hitting my freaking headphone wire. Do we want to? Yeah. Do we go with the? I don't know. We could go with the brown that I originally wanted to. I got that dark umber. Yeah, that dark umber will look good there. Why don't we stick with that plan? Alright, so now we need like a leather color, so we need to break out that dark umber. Alright. Burnt umber. Try and lay down some of these leather tones here. I think we'll use pure burnt umber on the actual. Come on. As you can see, as you can't see because I'm holding it on camera, I haven't even used burnt umber. I picked it up because it's one of my favorite colors to work with for a lot of the color schemes I end up doing. And I've been really enjoying these paints, so I figured, screw it. I know I'm gonna use it. I might as well grab it. We are not using a 3 at this point, despite the fact that we have some big surfaces. We got a lot more fine ones. We're gonna go ahead and we don't need a 0. We'll go ahead and drop down to our 1. Loop out some burnt umber there. That truthfully should be enough. Alright. Brush here. Amazing how that little teeny tiny bit of effort right there makes in a whole different color. All we have to do is open the new pot. Just adds so much more to this model as a whole. Yes, sir. That is the plan. Just laying down some of these bass tones. Yeah, I should be on here in, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes or so. Finish locking in these leather tones, and then it's funny how much that looks like a lime green on the palette. Such bright light hitting it. That's what we're going for. Alright, I'm gonna try and knock out these bandages with the one on his head and the other sling part. Like that. Just a little bit of this mixture. Go for this slightly dirty bandage look. A little bit of an oopsie right there. Got a little carried away. It's alright. Still got red on the palette. We can go back and fix that. Alright. Real quick, let's try and lock in a skin tone for him here. This time we will break out the 0. Alright. Alright, well, I've blocked in most of the base coat. A couple of minor touch-up areas to do here. Nothing too crazy. Still gotta hit up that grenade. Yeah, that's mostly it. Just the grenade, and then what we're gonna start using as our base for our yellow up there. So, cool. A lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. We got our 2 trees basically done. I just gotta oil wash them later tonight when they've had a couple hours to dry. And then at that point, basically just have to wait an hour, let the oil wash itself dry. Or, well, not fully dry, but dry enough that I can take and wipe it off. And we'll be pretty much good to go, but we got, I don't know, this is pretty fun. Trying some new paints on an actual miniature that's not terrain. So we'll keep working on this guy, probably on stream. He might be our little project. I might also just work on him tomorrow for fun. I don't know. I got a whole box full of miniatures over there that I've 3D printed. This was just the first one I ever 3D printed, so I wanted it to be the first one I actually painted, and hopefully, so far, pretty cool looking commissar. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out, everyone, and I will catch you guys next time. I'll tweet it out first, and eventually we'll get a solid schedule. But thanks for hanging out. Have a good one.